Welcome to the Off-Though Podcast, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? How we feeling? Another weekend of football's rolled around. We've gone through all the games. Now Monday Night Football, wrapping everything up. We finished with the Ravens and Saints. Fun little game there till late. Got out of hand. But I kind of want to start with something different here. We haven't talked much about this at all, and it's kind of circling around. I kind of wanted to touch base on this and give my 2 cents about how the whole Kyrie Irving situation that's kind of unfolding right now. To me, I feel like it's a cheap attack on Kyrie. Everyone's attacking Kyrie for literally just posting a documentary that he had watched. He didn't say anything like he agreed, like these are his views, these are his values. He just literally shared a documentary that I guess contained, I don't really know much about the documentary. I didn't really care to look into all that, but it just, to me, the point is that it's his right to share anything. It's not Kyrie Irving. You're telling me that Kyrie Irving, the basketball player who gets paid millions of dollars to play basketball professionally, to entertain people with sports, that is his job. Nowhere is his job does it say, I need to watch what I post because now I'm a role model. That's great. He's a role model for what he does on the court. And also how you act off the court does matter. But I don't understand why we're factoring what people share on a post. Like, I'm sure people share stupid shit all the time. But why do we care just because it's Kyrie Irving? He watched a documentary. He shared the documentary. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It's not even like he made the documentary. He's just sharing a documentary that was made, that is out there for anyone to watch and to take it however they're going to take it. But you're mad because he's sharing it because it doesn't express, apparently it's anti-Semitic or whatever, but who cares? There's a lot of shit out there that some people just shouldn't see or don't need to see. But it's anyone's right to go do what they want to do with their time. And just because he's sharing it, it's not him promoting it like, oh, you're promoting stuff. He's not promoting anything. It's not him saying, hey, guys, go watch this documentary. I love it. It's amazing. Even if he did, who cares? It's just, he shared a documentary. That's it. He didn't even say nothing about it. He didn't say, go watch this documentary now. I'm promoting it. Like, come on, man. This is what we're looking into. And it gets even cornier now because, they didn't even handle this right. They're firing their coach, Steve Nash. And now they're supposedly bringing in Ime Udoka, who was with the Celtics, and they kiboshed that because he's having a relationship with a staff member. So that you're going to bring that in, that's just going to make it. So you're going to bring that in and make that better on top of what you're doing with Kyrie. And now the Nets have delivered basically a list of demands, and I don't agree with this at all either. This is just fucking, it's out of hand. It's really out of hand. This is what they've given Kyrie Irving to be able to play with the team. He's already been suspended. He has to apologize, which he's already done. $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes. He's already pledged that. Sensitivity training, whatever that may entail, as well as anti-Semitic training. Meet with Jewish leaders. Like, what is he? Is he a world diplomat? He's a fucking point guard on a national basketball team. He needs to meet with Joe Tsai to demonstrate understanding. What the fuck? What are we doing? Dog, he is simply a human being. Basketball, he happens to be a really good basketball player, and he shared something on fucking Twitter, Instagram. Doesn't matter, dude. Does not matter. What are we doing? The NBA just looks stupid on this, dude. They just look dumb for this. And, Kyrie Irving's just kind of, if anything, he's probably just being a team player. Like, okay, I can be the bigger man and apologize, blah, blah, blah. I already know. I don't need to prove to nobody. And good for him, dude. Good for him. Like, don't fuck that shit. Fuck all of that shit. That fucking dog and pony show they're trying to put on to make it look like, look, we don't agree with any of this. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. You be the big super fucking person up there, NBA. I'm not fucking here for it, dude. This bullshit that they're pulling, nah. That ain't it. Because a man posts a fucking something on his account, and then it was funny how everyone was attacking him like, oh, you shouldn't have been saying all these, and now they're kind of backtracking because now the Nets have put out these lists of demands. Now everyone's like, oh, well, no, it shouldn't have been like that from the beginning. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You're jumping back and forth on, he should have been. Yeah, what's he doing? Why is he saying all that shit? Blah, blah, blah. And then people were like, oh, why we even listen to Kyrie anyways? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, then now you want to jump ship and be like, oh, yeah, the Nets are fucking, blah, that's bullshit. They shouldn't be doing that and this. And now you're on Kyrie Irving. Now you got Kyrie Irving. Man, shut the fuck up. You're up there on fucking TV sitting there flapping your gums about bullshit. And all the people on, like, ESPN and shit, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm backtracking it now. That's just... I'm sorry. I just had to fucking get that out there because they've been dogging Kyrie in the media and really non-deservingly. Does not deserve any of the bullshit that his name's getting dragged in the mud at all. So we had to start there. We had to start there, but we'll get to a better place. We did not go perfect on last week's picks. We're gonna go through all the games, wrap up all the games of this week before we take a look at Thursday night. We're just going to do Thursday night's pick, and then Friday we're going to have all the picks. Got something special for y'all. But that's Friday. So we had Thursday night, we had the Eagles. We've talked about this one already. Eagles, Texans. Eagles got the win. Stay undefeated. So how about this? The Chargers, Falcons. This was a fun one, actually. This was actually a pretty competitive game, like I thought. Two teams scrapping, trying to really, be taken seriously within their respective divisions. The Chargers trying to keep pace with the Chiefs. And the Falcons got they were in first. They slip out with the Bucks winning, beating the Rams. We lose. They have the tiebreaker, of course, beating us. But this one was, the offense just kind of didn't get much going there. Atlanta jumped out early, right? 10-0. They were up 10-0, and then their offense just kind of went away for a while. Mariota didn't have a particularly good game through the air, 12 for 23, buck 29, no picks, but also no touchdowns, not very many yards. The running game looked good. Patterson was back. He had 2 touchdowns. He looked great. Algier looked great. The running game is there, man. I love the running game. We just got to be more consistent through the air. This game, they kind of took away our passing game. And I thought we had a really good shot, too, because they came in with no Keenan Allen or Mike Williams. So credit to the fucking Chargers, man. They found a way to win. A huge play by Khalil Mack. Got to give credit to Khalil Mack. That was a fucking phenomenal play where he stripped. We were right there in goal line getting ready to score. Drake London catches a pass, he's close, fighting for extra yards, and Khalil Mack just says, fuck it, you can have that shit. I'll take the ball. Took the ball and ran it down quite a bit. A huge momentum play in the game. Huge swing. You can also look at Younghoe Koo's missed kick. 3-point game. He misses one. That's a difference maker. But this is a good, fun matchup. I thought these two teams were pretty even. I would definitely have given the edge to the Chargers, but the way the Falcons been playing, man, they keep close games. They stick around with teams. On paper, the Chargers are a lot more dominant team, even without Keenan Allen, Mike Evans. But we also had corners missing. Once we get our corners back, I think AJ Terrell coming back. If we can get Casey Hayward back too, man, he was playing lights out ball. We just gotta get our corners back and we'll be all right. If they had Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, this would have been a blowout, 100%. Hate to say it, but it would have. But nonetheless, the Chargers got the win and go to 5-3. Atlanta 4-5. Play Thursday night, quick turnaround, see what they can do. Probably won't have Terrell then for that one, I'm assuming. Nonetheless, we gotta talk about this. We got to talk about this one, guys. This was brutal. Dolphins, Bears, probably one of the best games all weekend. If you didn't see this one, you got to go back, put on the tape like I had to do. I had to go back and watch the tape because this one was fucking good, man. Tua and the Bears. I took the Dolphins. Obviously, I thought this was going to be great, but man, take a look at how the Bears have been playing these last 2 weeks. If you're a Bears fan, you have something to be excited about. Justin Fields has looked really fucking good these last 2 weeks. And against the Cowboys, scoring 29 points against the Cowboys defense, dog, you're supposed to win that game. So That's just bad on and this is when they're gonna miss Roquan. But it's bad. It's when you lose by 20. I had said you lose by 20, and fuck, that's a game you should have won. But it's in the past. This game now. This game should have been. We should have had a totally different outcome on this game. And unfortunately, it's the Zebras that got involved. But I mean, Tua played great. They. I don't even know if it's in check. They did what they could against Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, but they've been doing this shit against everybody. 7 for 143 and touchdown for Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle, 5 for 85 and touchdown. They put up video game numbers. It's just insane. Tyreek Hill's on pace to beat the record, and people didn't think he'd be doing shit without Mahomes. Come on now. But fucking Fields, man. This was Fields' game. This was his coming out game. Right, this will be, when they look back on his career, this will be the game that they stamp and go, God damn, that's when we knew we had a bad motherfucker. Because Justin Fields, while he doesn't have the yards, he's kind of like Mariota, where he doesn't have the yards, but he makes up for it in what he does in the run. And he had 3 passing touchdowns, only 123 yards, but 3 passing touchdowns. But then you look at the run game. And 178 yards on the ground and a touchdown, 4 total touchdowns. This dude went off. This dude played out of his fucking mind. And what I love to see, he finally is making a connection with Cole Kmet. To me, that is the big key for the Bears offense. I know it's Darnell Mooney and now Chase Claypool and, we'll give it to Montgomery and Herbert. That's fine. To me, Cole Kmet's the big piece in all this. You get a good fucking tight end. Look at Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. Look at Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. I'm telling you, Mariota's got to work that rapport with Kyle Pitts, but I'm telling you, it is so crucial to have a key tight end that you can rely on, because he's always that guy that you can just find a way, and then when you get in the red zone, he's a mismatch nightmare. And to me, Cole Kmet can be that guy because he brings a lot of speed, but he's also good hands. He had his game, 5 for 41, 2 touchdowns. I like that. I like to see him get involved more. I think between him, Mooney, and Claypool, they all develop how they are, and you really can't double team anybody. But I like how this game went. It was a back and forth fucking game. But the Dolphins had the block punt, made it interesting. But so then the Dolphins drive before the Bears were down 3. There was a penalty on right here. Where was the penalty on? Was it the drive before, or was it right here? So the not the drive before the Bears last, but the one before that. The Dolphins had the turnover on downs, right? That's what it was. So Tua throws it deep to Jalen Waddle. They call it passing interference on Eddie Jackson, and that might have been one of the most ticky-tacky calls, right? They kind of just bumped, while they were going up for the ball, they kind of bumped into each other, and I think Waddle he sold it, right? He did a little LeBron flop, and whatever, they get the call. That's not my issue. My issue is then on the Bears' last drive, the inconsistency of then that said call in a very crucial moment in the game. Justin Fields threw a deep pass to Chase Claypool, who had a step on his man, and the defender did everything but fucking he tackled the fucking guy. If you're a Bears fan, you were pissed. I was pissed, and I'm not even a fucking Bears fan, dog. That shit was just absurd. How you miss that call makes no fucking sense and it's a crucial moment in the game. What gets me is the inconsistency. How can you be so quick to throw it on one of the more ticky-tacky PIs I've seen, but you don't even think twice about the one that's most egregious? I'm going to try to find this, because if you have not seen this, it's bad. It's one of the more right here.
Son.
We're gonna pull this up, because this was bad, dude. This was so bad. Let's see here. All right. Let me pull this up. Okay, first off, right here. This should tell you everything you need to see right here. What is this? What is this? He is. How do you not call just this fucking image alone? I mean, what is that? What is this? How do you tell me? How, like, honestly, how? What is this? That is, the man is fucking tackling him. Do they show the actual play? I need to see the actual footage of the play. Are they just going to show this picture? Where? Okay. We need the actual image here. I'm gonna find it. The actual. I'm not gonna show it. Where is it? Okay, I think we got it. All right. We got it. This is what I wanted to show you guys right here. All right, you guys ready for this? You ready for the most egregious shit you ever seen in your fucking life, dog? Take a look at this right here. All right, so Fields back to pass. Look at. All right, I want you to notice. Okay, no, I was thinking of a different play. He didn't have a step on him. So they're running together, right? Right here, you got the safety coming in. Claypool, they're right on each other right here, and the defender. We'll keep this going. Right here. Let's slow this thing down. Let's do 0.5 here. Okay, now let's back this up. Look at this. Look. He pulls him down. We need to go even slower because it's just so fucking egregious. It really is. Let's back this up. Look at this. Right here. There's a hand pull. You see the jersey. The jersey's now getting pulled from the inside. If you take a look, right there, that hand's pulling him down. Boom. Now we're in a position where all he can do is grab and pull because he now is out of the play. He has successfully been boxed out by Chase Claypool like fucking, Bam Adebayo boxing out of fucking point guard. That's what it looks like right now. The safety has yet to get any fucking closer. I don't know what the safety's doing. He's out of the play. Okay? Keep it going. Pulls. Now Claypool now is going back with him to get the ball. He's still draped over him. And nothing is called. We'll go one more time. I want to go one more time in slow-mo, and then I just want to see it in regular speed to see how it looks. But this is us breaking it down, obviously. But you just see right now, he's all over him, still pulling him, and it looks like Claypool's going back, but it's actually him trying to jump up like he normally would to catch a ball if there wasn't a guy on his back like a fucking backpack, dog. And then he gets up and is like, where's the call? Then you have fucking jackass A right here who just acts like he didn't see shit. Look at this. Look at the fucking smirk on the dude's face. He's got a fucking smirk like, yeah, fuck you. All right, we're going to back this thing up. And we're going to go normal. We're going to go normal speed. This is what they saw normal speed. But, even this, I see it. All right, Fields lobs it up. Okay, that guy's pulling him. He obviously pulled him. And, we're back. He's fucking right there and doesn't see it. Notice it. 3-point game, 1:29. The Bears have one timeout. If the Dolphins get the ball, the game is over. You sentence the Bears to hell because that's a PI. That's a spot call. They are already in field goal range. Dog, you are changing games. Unacceptable by the refs. Totally stole a game from the Chicago Bears. Bears fans should be pissed. It's just bad. It's so bad. We gotta be holding these guys accountable because otherwise this doesn't stop. Unfortunate, so unfortunate that it had to come down to that call. We had such a great game. Going for us there, and as a fan, you just want to watch the good games. But nonetheless, Dolphins get the win. That should have went to overtime. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they have enough time. To me, that game's going to overtime. I don't know. They could still miss the kick. I get all that, but let's let us get there and not have the refs change the course of the game. Unfortunate. Bengals Panthers. Not much on this one. They're just Bengals went off, man. I don't know. Mixon had a game, 4 touchdowns, 5 total, 4 rushing, 1 receiving, 153 on the ground. They just exploded. They had 28 points in the second quarter. P.J. Walker was not great at all. He got benched for Baker Mayfield, who then kind of turned it around, got him to 21 points. But, yeah, no, the Bengals just steamrolled the fucking Panthers. Not much to say there. What the hell's going on with Green Bay? It's official. Panic buttons hit, dude. The Packers lost to the Lions, 9-15. What? Rodgers had 3 picks. What? What is going on? It's official to say this, but the Green Bay Packers are just not a good football team. It is what it is. Their defense is excellent. Their offense is just atrocious. I mean, it is atrocious. They're not clicking. They don't look good. Nothing looks good. Every game they've been in has been sloppy in a dogfight. And I'm not here to say and blame Aaron Rodgers because it's not all Aaron Rodgers. That offense just stinks. They just stink in general. It's not Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he threw 3 picks this game, but it's not all Aaron Rodgers. But he's definitely getting some of it. He'll get all of the blame. But it's not all his fault. They just stink, dude. I don't know what it is. It's like, take out Devontae, they go from a 13-3 team to now they're 3-6. They've doubled their loss since last year. It's wild. It's Aaron Rodgers, to me, needs a reliable guy. Allen Lazard's not it. He needs a game changer because he has no one to convert drives, to sustain these drives. He's not converting. And they're just not good. Their defense is pretty fucking good. I'll give them that. The defense is balling out of their mind. But Detroit playing upset. They were on upset alert here. They took them out. Did it. But Green Bay, man, what is going on with the Packers, dog? You got to sound the alarm. If they don't get Odell, they're fucking screwed. I mean, they are. They're screwed. They need a playmaking receiver for Aaron Rodgers. But again, it shouldn't be all on Rodgers. It's a team game. You win and lose as a team. And they just stink on offense all around. Bad news. So they get the loss. And the Lions get a win. Colts, Patriots, and we got a lot to talk about with the Colts. We'll start first with the winners. Patriots, I'm telling you, man, they just keep going along. You know, Mac Jones doesn't even look particularly good. 20 for 30, 147 and a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, 60 yards on 15 carries. It's just the team they're playing. The Colts are bad with Ellinger. It's not even all Ellinger. It's just they're not good. They're forfeiting their best chance of winning by benching Matt Ryan. Then they fired Frank Wright, and now they're bringing in Jeff Saturday, longtime center for the Colts, who has no coaching experience. So a lot of people upset about that and the whole Rooney Rule and saying that there's no black guy that could just shift in and do that. It's hard enough if they're actually qualified, but when they're, now we're just hiring guys. To me, it's just more of a comfortable thing, I think. They probably don't really know who they want to be their coach. And they're not going to make a change now. And they just probably saw an opportunity to bring in a guy, a hometown kid, to maybe juice up things. He played for him. He's going to get the respect. He's a Colt. Great. I think people are over-analyzing this. I don't know if this is just why this has to be a race thing to me. To me, this is just, I think they're just trying to bridge the gap, and Jeff Saturday does it. They don't have to make commit to a guy. If it doesn't work out, they can go, yeah, we didn't expect much, whatever it is. They'll just blow it under the water. If it works out, yeah, he might be a good coach. I don't know. We got to see. You can't make judgments on a guy that hasn't been able to prove himself in that job. Let him prove himself. That's who the owner decided to go with. It's a guy that was around with them for years. Hall of Fame guy. I mean, can we calm the fuck down? Everything's not a race war. Not everything is a fucking race war, man. We're not on the verge of a civil war. Let's calm down, guys. I mean, he's a long-time Colt. It's like, if it was Peyton Manning, would you give a fuck? No, you wouldn't, because it's Peyton Manning. We love Peyton Manning. But because it's Jeff Saturday, he has no experience. Guess what? Peyton Manning has no experience, but I think he'd be a great coach. And they wouldn't say shit. So shut the fuck up with the race war bullshit. I'm not here for it. Shut the fuck up. Let the man, he got the job, he earned the job, let him prove himself. If he can't cut it, then we dog him. Whatever. Then it's a stupid move because he has no experience. I agree. But he hasn't got a chance. When's he's going to get his experience sometime. And jump right into it. that. Hopefully he comes in and reinstates Matt Ryan and they get a shot at trying to be good because the division stinks, dude. They can win the division is the funniest fucking thing. The Titans lost. The Titans just lost. We'll talk about that. But nonetheless, Patriots win. They're 5-4, and that division is stacked. Speaking of that division being stacked, say it with me now. Jets, Jets. God damn, I didn't think the Jets would ever be 6-3 in probably my whole fucking lifetime, dog. And they just took out the best team. Now you got to say the second best team because Philly's the best team. But the fucking Jets, dog, they're 6-3. They just beat the Bills 20-17. Damn. I didn't think I'd see this. They did it. They fucking did it. They took out the big bully on the block, man. And between them, the Dolphins, and the Jets, and now the Patriots are no slouch, man. Damn, tough division. We thought the AFC West, it's the AFC East. It's the toughest division. Wilson handled his business. James Robinson got a touchdown. In this one, receiving. Got his first touchdown with the Jets. Doing good things on the ground. They picked Allen off twice, so that Jets defense is good. Jets defense has been real good. There's a common theme about these really good teams. They play really good fucking defense, and the Jets are no fucking wonder of that. The sacks are there. They got 5 on Allen. They had 2 picks. They played good. And the corners, shout out to Sauce Gardner, man. He's balling out of his fucking mind. This kid's it. He's the new Revis Island. It's Sauce Island, baby. And the Jets look fucking good, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me of the old Jets when they had Mark Sanchez. This is gonna turn out to be good towards the end here. I still give the edge to the Bills in the long run, but never know. You never know. And then we had the Vikings and Commanders, and they made this a close game for whatever reason. This didn't need to be. A legit 6-1 team would have no problem going against Taylor Heineke, but hey, Taylor Heineke, man, he makes things happen. I'll give him that. He tries to get this team going. Doing better than Carson Wentz. Shit, I'd go with him over Carson Wentz, but Justin Jefferson, T.J. Hockenson, Adam Thielen, too much. Sprinkling a little Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Didn't even have a great game, only 47 yards on 17 carries, but Vikings find a way to win these games, and Kirk Cousins, at the end, hey, Kirk O'Bang's going crazy at the end. The Vikings 7-1. Can't hate it. I didn't think I'd see it like that, but hey, they're fucking doing it. Wins are wins in the regular season. That's all that matters, dude. It's just fucking about winning, baby. You play to win the game. And the Raiders, it's got to be hard to be a Raiders fan. They're blowing leads. They were up 20. Were they at 20-7 and then lost 27-7? A rough one, man. I don't know what it is. Devontae went off too. 10 for 146, 2 touchdowns. Jacobs 67 yards. They just bad all around football for the Raiders. Meanwhile, the Jaguars surprisingly they keep the ball rolling. I picked them though. I had a feeling just the way that it's all about how it's been going. The Raiders been on a down slope. Jacksonville's been in there. They've been close, man. And maybe the experience was enough to get him a win, but Lawrence looked good in this game too. 25-31, 235. He's making great throws. Beautiful throws. ETN doing his fucking thing. Duval. Shout out to Duval Nation, man. They get a dub. Keeping that thing going. Seattle surprised me on this one. I thought this was a game where they'd come in and maybe kind of find a little struggle, but nah. Cardinals are just not who we thought they were going to be this year. That's just kind of simple. To me, it stems from the running. They have no run game, dude. Even with James Conner, Eno Benjamin, O-line's not particularly great. They gave up 5 sacks to Seattle. It's just, they're not ready. Cardinals are not ready. Seattle seems like they're legit MVP race candidate for Geno Smith. Never thought I'd say that, to be honest, but this is a crazy time in the NFL, man. Good time to watch. Then we had the Rams Bucks. This one was a close game. 2 teams coming in struggling, not playing like themselves, and the Bucks somehow found a way at the end to get that win. And a lot of people are blaming Cooper Kupp for that run where he kind of slid and stayed in bounds, and it kind of somewhat cost them because they had to punt. And But it was more than that. You only scored 13 points. You probably should lose. The fact that they had a shot was credit to their defense on both sides. 4 sacks for the Bucks. Played great. Played great defense on both sides. These teams are not clicking. They're not meshing. These quarterbacks aren't looking like their typical MVP caliber selves, and somebody had to scratch away and get a win. And I was not hoping it was the Bucks because now they're in first place. But things can change. We can correct that action pretty quick. I believe. But yeah, so the Bucks did get the win, 16-13. Brady does it again in the last seconds. Gets another clutch win. This was surprisingly a close one, and maybe it shouldn't have been surprising because even with Malik Willis, the Titans know their game plan. Run the ball heavy, get Derrick Henry going, play great defense. And, Tennessee has played great, including the playoffs. They played great against Kansas City. Just couldn't find a way to get it done. They jumped out early to a little lead and scoring 14, another 17 in the second quarter. But Kansas City found a way. To me, they were the more, the Titans don't get credit though for they're not like Mike Tirico was saying, they're not on national television a lot, so you don't see much of them. You don't really see much of them. So they kind of showed me something, even with Malik Willis playing up with Kansas City the way Kansas City's been playing as of late. Credit to the Titans for even keeping that game so damn close, and maybe if Malik Willis had been playing this whole time and this was the time they played, he'd look better. But he hasn't played much. Second game, so credit for him to didn't really lose them the game, but didn't find them a way. Mahomes had to have. To me, Mahomes should have found a way to win that game regardless. I don't think it should really have been that close. But like I said, the Titans play really good against the Chiefs, so credit to them. But credit to the Chiefs getting the win. They roll on 6-2. Titans down to 5-3, but in that division, it's pretty good. Last, and like we said, wrapped up with Monday night. Baltimore coming off losing Rashad Bateman for the year. How would they look? Everyone's been giving them shit for the receivers not helping out Lamar and all that, but Kenyon Drake had a really good game as well as Lamar rushing. Not very explosive. They kind of put 10 points at the end, but because it was 13-17, and they just couldn't get it. Couldn't get it, and then the Ravens just kind of pulled away at the end. They really kind of went off, but big sacks. They got that big interception, the tip ball, and kind of sealed it for the Saints. I love to see it. Not going to lie. But, the Ravens find a way to keep winning, and the Saints season just seems to be going downhill real quick, losing everybody. Not what they expected at all for Dennis Allen's first year, but, you couldn't predict all these things. So they just got to keep putting it out there, and luckily they're in the NFC South, which has been a pretty weak division right now. So we'll see. But we shall look ahead just for one game and one game only. Panthers-Falcons kicking off the Thursday night. This one, Panthers coming off an embarrassing loss to Cincinnati. I don't feel like they're going to come in and play like that against Atlanta. We just played these guys 2 weeks ago, and they had the incredible game where the Carolina should have lost. Well, now it's their turn at home to maybe right that wrong. Can they do it? To me, Atlanta should come in here now. We have Cordell Patterson this time around. They should come in, run the ball. I don't know the status of. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. I want to see. That might change something. The status of A.J. Terrell is questionable, so I don't know if we see him or not. That will be huge if Atlanta gets him. But if not, to me, I'm taking Atlanta. Atlanta should be able to handle the business here. I think, we made it particularly too close the first game around. I don't think we do that this time. I think we got Cordell Patterson. That run game's going. And look what the Bengals just did to them. They embarrassed them. I think we can. They're not. They can't. They're trying to find themselves right now. They don't even know what quarterback to go. I think we'll see Baker Mayfield, and that'll make it a closer game. But I think Atlanta sneaks away and pulls it off here and goes to 5-5. And just gotta hope the Seahawks beat the Bucks in Munich. But like I said, Friday after the game, we'll break down the Falcons-Panthers game, talk about all the other games, make some picks. Might have a special guest for y'all. Y'all got to tune in. As always, though, love y'all. Have a good one. Peace.